Hello, and welcome to the Teacher Business Podcast, episode 105, with me, your favorite English instructor, Professor Hampton. I want to thank each and every one of you who has taken the time out to listen to my new podcast series, especially if you began with episode 1 and now you are down to episode number 5. Have they not been interesting? Oh my goodness, I've been listening back to these podcasts and I'm like, I'm not even making this up. This has for real happened to me. This has been my story, my journey. If you are just joining me, then do go back to episode number 1 because I have been building. So I've been building the story phase by phase, episode by episode. So if you skip or jump around, then something may or may not make sense to you. But if you're just joining me, thank you so much and welcome. But I have been amazed at my own journey. A lot of the times as a creator, especially a content creator, you write books, online classes, you man a YouTube page, whatever it is that you do, sometimes you get so bogged down in the doing of producing and creating that you really don't stop to take time to think about how it is you came to this point. Why are you creating all of these things? What is the benefit? All of that. So I have discussed my entire journey of how I came to build my business, Onyx Online Education and Training, from the editing work, the freelance work, to building online classes, creating books and products that are companions to my classes and books. So everything flows together. You know what? Side note, whenever I sit down to record, I promise you, things are quiet as I'm preparing to record. And as soon as I hit that red button, all kinds of noises, cars, people bumping around downstairs. Unfortunately, I have an upstairs apartment, but I can hear everything they're doing downstairs. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? I can smell the food that they're cooking. They like bacon every morning, so I have to smell that. And old school soul food. It's just, okay. That was just my little aside. I had to get out that little frustration. But if you hear any background noise, then that is what is going on. So we are continuing my story from last episode. Remember I told you about my ghetto sub story? Yes, and talked about my grammar books because previously I talked about my proofreading books. So let's pick up again with my books. So I'm going to tell you how I came to write more of the books that I have written and the inspiration behind that. Before I get there, let me ask you a question. Would you like to make an easy $100? This is something we can do together. We can make $100 together, and it's very simple. It's through Chime, opening a Chime online bank account. You have probably seen their advertisements on television and all over social media, but they are an online bank designed to help you save more money. They don't charge overdraft fees. Their savings account has a higher percentage yield, so you make more interest on your money. It's just fabulous. I've been using it for a couple of years now, and this is how I got started with Chime. You know, when you have Cash App, you can get a Cash App card mailed to you. Well, I was looking online about people's Cash App horror stories, about them having money, then not having money, and Cash App not really being helpful about replacing their money. If you lose money through Cash App, they will not replace it. So I was using Green Dot, and that was helpful for a little bit, but it would not work with Cash App. I could not transfer money between the Green Dot card and Cash App. So I found Chime and signed up with Chime. So now when people send me money through Cash App, I immediately cash out to Chime, and it has been a dream. So now I want you to experience this. Even if you have a traditional bank, if you work a lot online, and if you transfer money a lot online, then this is good for you as well, even if you have a traditional bank account, which I do now have. I do have a traditional bank account with a local bank, but I love using Chime for my online transactions. This is all you have to do. If you're listening to me on my YouTube channel or on my blog page, wherever you are listening to me, there is a link, my Chime link, that you can click. All you have to do is click my link, which has A.R. Hampton in the title of the link somewhere. Click my link, open up a Chime bank account, sign up for direct deposit. When you get your first direct deposit through Chime, if it is $200 or more, we both get $100, right? Is that not easy? So all you have to do is click my Chime link. Really simple to open up a bank account. They don't do credit checks or anything like that. So basically, when you sign up and put money in it, there you go. When you get your first deposit, direct deposit through Chime of $200 or more, we both get $100. I get the $100 for a referral fee, and you get $100 for answering my call to start with Chime. So it's a win-win situation, easy money. You have to get your deposit within 45 days of opening your account. So let's say you open an account today and you know you are about to get paid on the 15th. Well, it might take your job a little bit to adjust your direct deposit settings. So you go ahead, you get it set up, but your full check will not drop into Chime until your next check. When that next check drops into Chime, if it's $200 or more, we will both get a credit. We will both get $100 in our Chime bank accounts. Easy peasy. Again, all you have to do is click my referral link that is in the description box somewhere in the blog post or on the social media post. Wherever you are listening to this podcast, there is a referral link, my referral link through Chime. Sign up through my referral link and we can both get $100. So I hope that you go ahead and sign up and take advantage of this great deal. I can use $100, okay? And perhaps you can too. And perhaps your direct deposit can get set up right away so that we don't even have to wait 45 days. Right? You get set up, you get your direct deposit in there of $200 or more, and we both get credited $100 in our Chime bank accounts. Okay, very good. Again, Chime is a service I use and have used for the past couple of years. I enjoy it. I now have a referral link, and I want you to enjoy it along with me, and let's both get $100. All right, now back to my teacher business. Last time I talked to you about my website, arhampton.com, and how I set that up. I talked about my grammar books and proofreading books. Now let's pick up with the other books that I have written that came about as a result of the online classes that I created. So I created online classes regarding grammar, proofreading, copy editing, public speaking, student success, grammar, essay, and writing skills, graduate writing skills, an array of classes that will help K through 12 college students, graduate students, professionals in the workplace, all to improve your writing skills. So I got the inspired idea to write Essential APA Format for Student Writing, 7th edition. At the time I printed this book through Lulu, there really wasn't a new guide to APA 7th edition because we were all trying to get used to the 6th. APA is not the easiest style to master. So, but in most colleges and universities and even high schools, when you write an essay, they want you to write it in APA format. So since 7th edition actually changed from the 6th edition significantly, There are significant changes to the 7th edition that you have to go back and relearn. So I wanted to make a little quick guide to the 7th edition that would be easy for people to just look at, find a sample reference for a journal article with one author. Look at that example and just plug in your information. So there was nothing really on the market, not a lot on the market targeting 7th edition of APA. And since I have worked with students and developed so many online classes for students, it was natural for me to develop an APA 7th edition quick guide. So it's in full color. It's a cute little book, not very expensive, one that you definitely want to have on your reference book shelf. Everyday vocabulary. Write better. Write faster. The key to getting over writer's block is to know more words. The only way you are going to know more words is to build your vocabulary. So in addition to grammar, you have to put words in your mind so that words can come out on paper. There is no way around that. So what I did was I took 200 words that every student must know. These words appear frequently on standardized tests like the ACT, the SAT, the TABE, TABE for adult learners. So I took 200 must-know vocabulary words, broke them up into exercises of 10 words each. So you can do them weekly or daily, depending on how fast you want to build your vocabulary. So all of the exercises contain 10 new vocabulary words. It starts out with a page of definitions of each word and its part of speech. There are examples of how the word is used in a sentence. And then you have an exercise where you either match the definition with the word or you fill in the blank. It's a fun way to learn new words and to increase your vocabulary. I do it all the time. I'm always reading and looking for ways to get more words in my mind so that it helps you better with public speaking and with your writing and overall how you present yourself in educational and workplace settings. And this is not the order in which I wrote them, but I'm just going through the order as they appear on my website page, arhampton.com/books. So you can actually follow along with me. Just go to arhampton.com/books, and I'm on the 3rd row, creative business writing. Clear, concise, descriptive. I wrote this book because a lot of business writing is bland or it's overly technical, meaning it's really general or it's so bogged down with technical jargon that people outside of the discipline won't understand. So my goal was to help people write clear and concise business writing, regardless of the kind of job that you have. That means including concise details. So this book is about helping writers in the workplace or aspiring professionals to write clear emails, memos, resumes, cover letters. In fact, the book is full of those different types of writings so that you can see, one, how you would write a cover letter, what it looks like, and the kind of information you put into it, and how to go from writing bland business writing to more descriptive business writing. And I help you do that with rhetorical essay techniques that are often taught in Composition 1 classes at the freshman college level. So narration essays, process, description essays, illustration. How do you use those techniques in order to improve and enhance your business writing? So that's a great book to have on your shelf as well, Creative Business Writing. Grant Writing Essentials. It is a short but meaningful, jam-packed book with a lot of good information. Instead of you just rooting around on Google for hours and hours trying to figure out how to write a grant, this quick guide is what you need. It's in full color. And when I tell you I wrote it because it took me hours and hours rooting around on Google to just get some general quick, concise information on what I need to do to put a grant together. What are the parts of a grant that are expected by most foundations? Meaning there are parts of a grant that you are more than likely going to have to write regardless of who you are applying for. It's going to require narration. You're going to have to explain your business processes. So the techniques that I taught in creative business writing actually are those that you're going to use to write a grant. So for anybody who's a beginner at grant writing, you need to understand it in a really quick, clear, and concise way. You just have a short amount of time to get yourself up to speed on grant writing. This is the book for you. Again, it's really inexpensive. It's full color. It's about 80 or 90 pages, but when I tell you it's full of great information, it really is. So I fully recommend this. You also need to recommend it for people in your office. If you've never written a grant before, but now all of a sudden you're on a team and they're saying, hey, we need you to write a grant. We need you to help us write a grant. Then get this little book, the Grant Writing Essentials Quick Book, full color, and it will help you get started. Preparing for graduate school academic writing. Oh, there is nothing on the market like this book. This is a complete, unique graduate student writing book. Why did I write it? Because this is all of the information you will need to know about writing when you enter and before you enter graduate school. I worked with plenty of graduate students who were floundering in their classes because they do not teach writing skills at the graduate level. Not really. They expect that from high school and from college, you already have the information you need in order to write well and to write like a scholar. Right? That means to put research papers together like the ones you read in publications. Why? Because you're getting ready to write a master's thesis that might be published. At the doctoral level, they are expecting you to basically write a book about a topic of your choice and to report your research in a book-length document. So I show you, I think this book is in color as well. I show you from A to Z what you need to know about graduate writing, how to put together a literature review, how to put together a research paper in a really concise way that everybody can understand. So if you are in graduate school or you are preparing to enter graduate school, you need this book and you need to take the class. My online class, Graduate School Writing Skills, is a completely unique class. You will not find it anywhere else on the internet. Nobody else offers it. And the price for the online class is completely reasonable. You want to go ahead and take it now while I'm offering 50% off discounts. This year of 2021, I lowered my prices on my online classes, and I have a 50% discount code on my website, arhampton.com, and also on easyedits.net. So if you want to take my online classes, do it before 2021 ends because my prices will go up. But definitely get the graduate school writing book and take the online class. It will be very beneficial to you in your graduate school endeavors because once again, nobody is going to teach you how to write for graduate school the way that these materials do. So go ahead and get the graduate writing skills book and take the online class. Student success essay writing skills. I wrote this book because somebody requested it. Someone who had taken my student success grammar skills class was looking for something for their kids to understand how to write essays, because a lot of you have been forced to homeschool through virtual learning. You have had your children at home and trying to educate them, so they needed something to show how to write essays. So I start with writing paragraphs and build up to how to write full essays. Again, you will not find information this clear-cut and concise. There is also a student success essay writing class that I offer. So for visual and audio learners, the class is great. And then for extra information, extra practice, go ahead and get the Student Success Essay Writing Skills book. This is in full color. It's in workbook format. The explanations are really concise and succinct, so it's not text heavy. I include images. I break up the paragraphs in a way that will not strain your eyes. So go ahead and get that book. Copy Editing 101, Grammar, Style, and Practice. Again, you're not going to find a book like this on the market about copy editing. So I wrote it because I knew it would be unique, and I knew that I would brand it, meaning that people would recognize my name and come find my other work through my website, because this is such a unique workbook giving you practice and explanation on what copy editing is and what it looks like. Which brings me to clean, concise writing. I am so proud of this book. I am so proud of this book. It answers the question, why didn't I get an A on my paper? Why did I get a B minus? Why did I get a C plus? Well, get this book, because if you're trying to pass a class and improve your writing and your English instructor keeps telling you, you got too many words, what are you trying to say? Get to the point. You need more detail. This sentence needs to go in this paragraph. All of that will get answered for you in this book. I enjoyed it so much, and I enjoy it so much, one, because it's in full color. So when you purchase it, it's in full color, clean, concise writing, because I give you so many tips, so many exercises on how to be your own editor, on how to clean up your writing, to keep it detailed, but keep it clean, meaning there are no extraneous words, there's no over description, you have really delightfully written sentences with just the right amount of words. So go ahead and get your copies to put that on your bookshelf. If you are still listening to me talk about the books that I've written and how I came to do it, and why you should get these books, go ahead and head to www.arhampton.com, click all books, or just go directly to arhampton.com/books. All of these books are unique. You will not find books like this anywhere else. The way that I am able to teach is clear and concise and to the point. I've been doing it for over 20 years. So I have distilled my teaching abilities, knowledge, and expertise into these books. So go ahead and get your copies. And I want to appreciate everybody who has ordered multiples of my books, because there's always a discount code. Every Monday, there is a new discount code. You can get either 10 or 15% off of your total order through Lulu when you order my books. So every Monday, there's a pop-up with a weekly book discount code. And that is why so many people have ordered just about all of my books. And I thank you so much for doing that. Thank you for your support and for your trust that when you buy my book, you are going to learn exactly what you need to learn. And the last writing book that I have written recently within the past month, this is December the 11th, 2021. This is hot off the presses. I just finished this book 2 weeks ago. I just approved the final copy 2 weeks ago. Creative Writing for Regular People. Unlock your imagination. As I say in the introduction, over the years, I've come across a lot of students who have said, I'm not creative. I can't think like this. I'm a business major. I'm a scientist. As if people who work with numbers can't be creative. So I wrote this book for all of you who feel that way, who are having difficulties in your creative writing classes or in your English classes where you have to write a narration and they say, no, I need more detail. I need you to tell this in chronological order. I show you through exercises upon exercise how to get your mind in a creative space. As the book description says, you don't have to be a novelist to be creative. You can work yourself into a creative mindset so that you can add creativity to your math work or to your math papers or whatever you deem as being non-creative work. So again, arhampton.com/books. Take advantage of the weekly book discount code. You get either 10% or 15% off, and it runs Monday through Friday, and every Monday there is a new code. Lastly, I designed some blank journal notebooks. I love these. I designed the front and back covers, and when I tell you I am so proud of myself, they are really cute notebooks. Why did I do this? Because for many years I carried around blank notebooks because I would sit and just take notes, observe what is happening around me, and just write what I hear, see, feel, basically everything I tell you to do in the creative writing book. One of the tips is to just sit in a public space with a notebook and just start writing in detail what you see. I did that for many years when I was writing fiction, and I'm going to get back to it because I plan in 2022 to be a best-selling fiction author. So watch out for that. But every time I sat with a notebook and just began to write, so many people would come up to me and just start talking. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, are you a writer? Oh, what are you writing? Oh, what are you writing about? Literally, just strangers would come and start talking to me. So if you ever feel a little lonely, just take a nice notebook, go to a public space and just start writing and just watch how many people will just come up to you and start asking you questions. So there's the Boho Chic notebook, the Write Well notebook, and the Be Well, Write Well notebook. The colors are really soothing and minimalistic. There are some browns, some tans, some grays, some greens, some mauve colors, all of the colors that I like that are really just soothing. And they are blank notebooks, so you can just fill them up with all of your brilliant ideas, all of your observations, all of your hopes and your dreams. It is good to write things down. Whenever I write things down, I have to do them. When I got the inspired idea to write all of these books, I just jotted down grammar book. Then I jotted down a potential title on sticky notes because that's what I do. I use 1,000,000 sticky notes. So I write my inspired ideas down on sticky notes, create a proofreading class. Just that simple and concise, but it took me months and months to fulfill that. It took me months and months to fulfill the inspired idea to write a book on graduate writing skills. But it helps to focus you and it helps to remind you of what you are supposed to accomplish. Now that we're towards the end of the year and approaching a new year, people are talking a lot about goal setting and writing your goals down. Well, do it with a cute notebook. Now, I will say that my notebooks look a little girly right now. They have a really feminine touch to them because I am a woman, but I might create 2 more that look a bit more masculine. But right now, they look really great. I'm proud of them. They are also printed through Lulu, which means you can take advantage of the discount. You can get a discount on these blank notebooks as well. All right, so just to recap, we talked about Chime, how we both can get $100. So go back to the beginning of the podcast. All you have to do is to click my referral link that you will find in the description notes of this podcast. Create an online bank account with Chime within 45 days, get a direct deposit of $200 or more to that account, and we both get $100 in our Chime online bank accounts. It is just that simple. Go ahead to arhampton.com/books. Take a look at yourself, at all of the books that I have written, see what might be helpful to you. Make sure to tell your friends about these books. Share them with people in your workplace. All of these books are very helpful. You will not regret your purchase, and you will learn so much more about writing. Listen, I cannot stress this enough. When you improve your writing skills, you improve your presentation skills, you improve your speaking skills, you improve your ability to think quickly and to communicate in words, on paper, and orally in speech. So improving your writing skills opens you up to so much opportunity. I know this for a fact. I have experienced it myself, and students who have trusted me over the years have also experienced it. So don't just think it's all about writing skills. It is about opening yourself up to be the best communicator that you can be, because there's money in that. That's the bottom line. There's money in being a good writer. There's money in being a good copy editor or proofreader. Writing skills equals money. So improving your writing skills equals side hustle income, where you have the flexibility to work from home and to market yourself in a way that you can open your own small business without having to rely on somebody hiring you for a full-time job. Okay, again, find me at www.arhampton.com. This has been Teacher Business. Remember, books are part of my teacher business. Online classes, books, and merchandise, they're all a part of my teacher business. So thank you so much for listening to my journey. Thank you so much for subscribing to the YouTube channel and for sharing this podcast wherever you are listening to it. Again, happy building. Until the next episode.